Hey guys, Katie here with Cincy Real Life, episode 113, and today I am here with Kristie Bulach. She is the owner of Dolce Vita Photography as well as a Brides Mafia, and loves to travel. So thank you for joining us, Kristie.
Absolutely.
Where's your favorite place you've traveled to?
I would say Hawaii. It's like my second home, I feel like. I was meant to be in Hawaii.
Yes. I've never been, but I would love to go. It looks so beautiful.
It is.
So let's get right into it. How did Dolce Vita Photography originate?
So I started working in photography studios ever since I was about 14, 15 years old. I actually was filling in for a friend of mine who I danced with for a dance school where we were doing like their recital photos. And that just turned into like a summertime job, then a full-time job. And then I went to college at the Ohio Institute of Photography and Technology. I got my degree in portrait photography, went to another studio where I learned a little bit more about weddings. And 11 years ago, I started my own.
Wow, that's exciting. That's an inspirational story for sure. And what type of photography do you specialize in?
Mainly weddings, but we do a little bit of everything. We have a 1,200 square foot studio where we can do families, children, newborns, you name it really. But weddings are really what we like to specialize in.
And then where are you guys located? You said you have a studio?
Yes, we are about 5 minutes outside of Miami University Oxford campus, right on US 27 between Millville and Oxford.
Okay, and then what areas of town do you work in? Do you go on location or
Really, it's worldwide. We do a lot of destination weddings, but we are from Northern Kentucky to Dayton a lot of times, so really anywhere around here.
Okay, great. And then weren't you just recently in New York doing some photography?
I was, yeah. I had a 6-month photo shoot and also maternity photo shoot.
Nice, very nice. What is your favorite part about being a photographer?
I would say creating the bonds with my clients, just like my clients in New York. I met them when they got married here in Miami. They were Miami mergers, which is a huge thing. So they actually had their destination wedding here in Miami. And I got to know them. And then of course, them starting their families, I've just kind of kept with that. And that's what I love about creating those lasting bonds with those, clients of mine where I get to see them from, oh my gosh, like seniors all the way through like parenthood.
Yeah,
so it's really cool.
Life.
Yeah.
And then what's your favorite memory from Dolce Vita?
Pretty much goes with that. Just seeing, all of these people grow into these families. One that, really stands out to me also was one of the weddings I actually shot in Hawaii. It was just the two of them and it was just so spiritual and it was just about their love. And I mean, it was just inspirational to like watch that. And it doesn't have to be this big elaborate wedding. I mean, exactly what they did was just about the two of them coming together. So it just really radiated with me.
Yeah, and I feel like photography for weddings is so important because those are going to be the memories that you have forever.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
I think that's great that you get to be involved in so many people's biggest moments of their lives, whether it is their wedding or the birth of their child. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
So who or what has been most inspirational in your journey with Dolce Vita?
My husband has really been a good leading force behind like my success, I feel like. But I'd also have to say my team of photographers, they make me strive to be a better person, a better photographer, a better boss to them. And I, obviously my daughter too, she's, what inspires me to be better and show her work ethic. And, you can be a mom, you can be a boss, and you can kill it in all those aspects. So.
Love it. Yeah, and great to set an example for your daughter. Yeah. So I love strong women, setting an example for the future.
Absolutely.
So what sets Dolce Vita apart from other photographers in the area?
So we're definitely more of like a custom studio. We sit down, we chat. We like to chat one-on-one or at least over the phone with a bride before we put anything together in writing as far as like a quote or anything. So I'll figure out their timelines, when we start, when we end, and then we build it based upon their wants, their needs, their budget, everything that, goes into it, not just pick from a menu. Here's package A, B, and C. So really sitting down and getting to know them and pairing them with photographers in our group that are going to be with them all day, that they can get along with, and they, have some likes and especially the styles and stuff do have to mix very well. So I'd say really just getting to know the client and putting together that perfect package for them.
Okay, and that's really important because I know when I was getting married, That's what I found with most photographers. It was like, you get package A, B, or C. What do you want?
Right.
You don't really know that there's any sort of customization options available. So I think that's really important for brides to know.
Yes.
And just other people looking for photography in other instances of life, that there's a lot of customization.
We'll customize out for newborns. I mean, we can do maternity, newborn, 3, 6, 9, 12 months, or if somebody doesn't want that many, you know, we can break it down and do 1 or 2 of those kind of things. So it's really based upon what their needs are for the photography.
Okay, great. So now let's move on to a Brides Mafia.
Yeah.
And for those of you that don't know, a Brides Mafia hosts the After Hours Bridal Show, which is in Cincinnati. So why don't we talk a little bit about that, and tell us how a Brides Mafia and the After Hour Bridal Show originated.
Sure. So it was actually originated by another person who started it at Fountain Square. So the after hours came when people would get off of work, and after you know, they were done with their job for the day, they would come out and they would meet with all these vendors on Fountain Square. And then it's changed hands a couple times. I'm actually the 3rd person who has owned the business. It's been around for, I think it's like 12 or 13 years, so quite a few years, and we kind of kept it that way. So it's through the week, it's 6 to 9 p.m., kind of more like a cocktail party.
Okay, yeah, I like that. And then, so what's your inspiration for the show? Is it kind of that cocktail party feel?
Yes, yeah, and making it more of like an experiential show where you're not like an expo or a trade show where it's, you know, at the convention center, it's pipe and drape, here's a pamphlet kind of thing. Really getting our vendors to interact with that person, to leave a lasting impression. So when they go home and they have this bag full of all this stuff, they're not like, who was that I talked to? They're gonna remember like, oh my gosh, yeah, Katie, oh, she was so great. You know, we definitely need to call her about, you know, looking at real estate, because they had a photo booth and they, you know, are gonna send us this. And then when you send them something in the mail afterwards, they just get excited about it again. So really creating that one-on-one kind of interaction with them.
Yeah. And then when and where does the show take place now?
So it's at Historic Music Hall this next show. It's March 11th from 6 to 9 p.m.
Okay. And then what night of the week is that?
It's a Wednesday night.
It's a Wednesday night. Okay.
Yes.
So again, fits perfectly with the whole after hours thing. So what sets, and you kind of already touched on this, but what sets the After Hours Bridal Show apart from other similar expos or shows in the area?
Yeah, it's really creating that experience, and we like to show the trends of, you know, what's happening in the wedding world. A lot of girls are coming in, they're newly engaged, they have no idea what, you know, to even do or where to start. So we like to be kind of like a one-stop shop. You can come in, you can find your venue, your dress, photographer, videographer, florist, your baker, all the way to buying a house, financial planning. So we like to, you know, make sure that it's the whole spectrum of what you're doing in that stage of your life. You're starting a new life with a new person, so you need to make sure all those things are set in stone for that.
Yes, no, couldn't agree more. Jamie and I have done this show in the past, and we had a great experience with it, and got to meet a lot of brides and grooms and, you know, bridesmaids and everybody kind of involved, and you know, really enjoyed our time there. So for those wanting to attend the After Hours Bridal Show, how can they get more information about that? Bridesmafia.com
has some information, our Facebook page, which is a Brides Mafia, and then also we have an event page, After Hours Bridal Show. So all the information is on there. There's a ticket link for Eventbrite. Tickets are free. It's free admission, but it's great to get registered because it will actually register you for a $20,000 wedding giveaway.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, definitely get registered ahead of time then.
Yeah.
And then for those who are wanting to take part as an exhibitor, is there same information on those?
Yeah, they can contact me through the Facebook link, or it's Kristie@bridesmafia.com. They can reach out to me. We have a few more spots available for the March show. And then we'll have another show come November too.
Okay. And then we will put that information in the description of the YouTube videos as well as in the podcast. So that way we'll link it right there if you guys do want to just reach out to Kristie directly or through their website or Facebook page. So kind of leading on from that, for those interested in pursuing their own businesses, what is one thing that you wish you would have known prior to opening Dolce Vita or acquiring a Brides Mafia?
I think the biggest thing is just have trust in yourself that you can do it. I think a lot of people look at it and they think, I can't do it. And I say, just dig deep down inside of you, figure out what it is that is your passion and that you're meant to do, and just go for it.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. You know, I think that there's a lot of fear that goes along with taking that leap, because that's what it is. It's a big leap, a big leap of faith, and a lot of work that goes into it. But I think that that's a great way to summarize, you know, what it takes. So what is one piece of advice you might give to somebody who's looking to start their own business?
I would say take as many business courses as possible. I think I focused solely on my trade in photography when I went to school, that I didn't think about that whole behind the scenes part of the bookkeeping, the accounting, and also finding a great tax consultant, somebody like that you can go to is like key. You definitely need that person who understands that, but business courses would be huge.
Great piece of advice. And then where are your businesses headed in 2020?
Well, we're just gonna keep on, you know, pushing with Dolce Vita. We've got this great core group of photographers, and we have so many amazing brides that are coming through our doors this year. So creating those lasting memories for them. And then I've been traveling around and doing a lot of research on bridal shows recently. So really taking it just that next step on the experience of a bridal show, not where, you know, you feel like you're being bombarded with people, but you're having fun with these people and you're getting to know what they do in their business and how it can, you know, reflect into your wedding and the theme and the look that you're going for as a bride. So really just, I'm talking with my vendors, trying to get them to get out there and do something different, you know, be unique and make it fun for the bride. I mean, this is a great time in their life and this should be fun for them. So I know it can be stressful planning a wedding. I remember when I was planning mine, it's almost been 12 years ago, but that's fresh in my mind still on all of like the stuff that I had to do. So I don't want it to feel like it's a second job. I want it to be fun for them. Yeah. So really just the show, I want to be the one and only show that brides have to come to in Cincinnati, you know, to get all of their stuff right then and there.
Yeah. And then where can our listeners find you online?
Dolce-Vita-Photography.com is our website for Dolce Vita. We also have a Facebook page on there as well. Okay. And then a bridesmafia.com, and same with a Brides Mafia on Facebook.
Okay. And then again, we will list those in the comment section below, so you guys will have links to that directly. And is there anything that I haven't asked you about either of your businesses that you'd like to share, or, you know, just anything that I may have missed?
I think Dolce Vita this year, we're coming up with some really fun new sets, and over the winter we've been acquiring some new fun furniture, some vintage stuff. We're in the middle of building a few things for outdoors. And I'm always up for, you know, people see something that's cool, unique, and different that they want us to come up with. I mean, we're always, you know, looking for something new. So we're gonna have some really fun things coming up for 2020.
Great, okay, good to hear. And then lastly, what impact do you want your businesses to have on the local community and beyond?
So we work with some nonprofit organizations now. We do a lot with the Fitton Center for Creative Arts in Hamilton. I find that place very near and dear to my heart. From a child to an adult, there's so many things that you can do there. They have dance classes, they have these really fun like jazz nights where you can go with your significant other, get out, you know, have a glass of wine and sit and listen to some good music. There's theater, there's all kinds of things that can do there. So we have, man, for like maybe 4 years done a sponsorship with them where we go and we do all their photography for them at these different events and stuff, and just love giving back to the community and finding different things that really, you know, relate to my personal life, that like breast cancer awareness. My mother had a bout with breast cancer years ago. So that, and I have some friends that are actually going through it right now. So finding different organizations that we can give back to, I think is just, you know, what we're trying to achieve with a Brides Mafia and Dolce Vita.
Yeah, and you know, I couldn't agree more. Just any way that we can give back to our local community, it definitely makes an impact. You know, it helps. And if everybody would give back just a little bit, then I mean, we would be in so much, you know, such a great place in this world. So, so that's great. Yeah, that's all my questions for today. So thank you for joining us. I do
appreciate you for having me,
sitting down and talking with you and just learning about your businesses. So very inspiring and very informative. Guys, if you have any questions, feel free to, you can reach out to us, but again, we'll have Kristie's information in the description, and feel free to reach out to her directly about photography, about the bridal show, just so much good stuff happening here. And really, I feel like the perfect time to kind of reach out, because the bridal show is next month?
Yes.
And then really kind of coming into wedding season. So
we are
just around the corner.
That's right.
So thank you guys so much. Again, this is Katie with Cincy Real Life Podcast and episode 113. Stay tuned for next week when we have a little puppy joining us. Stay tuned for next week when we will be back with episode 114. I will talk to you soon. Bye.
Oh, she barely didn't make it.
She did so good.